Hello, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, as our beloved Mr. Rogers used to say. Today, let's talk about cardiovascular exercises. Now, for years and years and years, people used to say something like this: oh my goodness, Christmas, Thanksgiving, it's just getting me. I've put on so much weight, I need to lose weight. You know what? I'm gonna start doing cardio. Now, it used to be that we thought that if I just jump on a treadmill, the calories are just gonna melt off. And unfortunately, that's not exactly true. There is a degree to which cardiovascular exercise helps us to burn calories. The most effective, read my lips, the most effective way for you to lose weight is going to be, drum roll, Casey. You're not gonna like this. It's gonna be through your food. Oh, I know, I just rained on your parade. People don't like to hear that. And so maybe you need to join our Well Power program and find out how to eat tremendously better. But this video is not about eating. It's gonna be about cardio. So let's get back to the story at hand and let me take you on a tiny tour of our cardiovascular area. So it's cold outside, and I'm about to get kind of warm. Well, maybe not, but I'm actually going to talk a little bit about some of the things that you're going to see when you go to your gym, or maybe if you go home and you have an exercise bike or a treadmill, some kind of way. Take care, Keith. See you, brother.
Bye, Keith.
Some kind of way that you choose to perform cardiovascular exercise. Generally what happens is you're going to do something for maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 60 minutes, maybe a 2-hour walk outside, but it's going to be something you sustain for a long period of time. That's what makes this a calorie burner. Generally it's a lower intensity kind of exercise, and the thing I wanted to talk about, what do you do if you have joint pain? So for instance, if I have back pain, maybe I would choose to do a recumbent bike. Now this kind of bike is not upright the way these spinning bikes are. A spinning bike, my legs are going to be underneath me. But in a recumbent position, my legs are bent at a 90-degree angle. This tends to be a little bit easier form of exercise. And generally with this, because I'm not standing on my knees, if I do have potential knee pain, maybe some hip pain, this might be the easiest type of cardiovascular exercise for you to manage. Now, one of the downsides, if you want to call it that, is that when I'm doing lower body work, I'm not doing much with my upper body. And so that might be something that, rather than just keeping my arms moving the whole time, that might not be practical. I could certainly try to do this. Maybe if I'm listening to music, I could sustain that, but I'm probably gonna get a little bit tired. So in that case, let's move from the bike to an elliptical. And the thing about ellipticals, we have a few different styles here at Modoma. Generally, the Precor elliptical is one of the most common and popular. And generally, if I'm just getting started off, I'm going to hit the quick start. I might keep it at level 1 or level 2. But depending on the type of machine, this one doesn't have handles, but this one absolutely does have handles that move forward and back. And so if I'm on a machine where my hands are sitting idle, this generally makes it a little bit easier, but again, my upper body's not getting much work. The reason why I like to see the arms and legs moving, it naturally causes my core, both on the lower back side and on the front side, to be more engaged. So when I typically do cardio, I like this one. Arms and legs are moving. They're not getting crazy, but at least in being active, it's creating a little bit of twisting in my spine, and so my spine has to be a little bit more active. This one's going to have a little bit more carryover into everyday life. So if you have the ability, you're not dealing with too much joint pain, this will probably be a great way to start. If you are experiencing possibly back pain, knee pain, if your doctor lets you do some type of movement, your bike might feel a little better. Now, if you're wanting to get a little bit more adventurous, let's go back here. I certainly can get on a rower. And the nice thing about this is this allows me to get a little bit more upper body work, but typically because I'm pulling quite a bit, it causes me to get some good spinal erector work. So my lower back benefits more from this than it does from the other types of cardio machine. It's almost like kind of a really light resistance training exercise. So maybe if I wanted to go to the gym, I could row for 5 or 10 minutes, go over to a bike, do 10 minutes, come back to the rower for another 5 and 10. That's how I could actually meet the demands of both upper body and lower body work. Make sure when you do it that you do try to keep your back a little more upright. Try not to round your back too much. Good old treadmill here. Even though this can be very slow paced, if I want to stick this at something really low like 2 miles per hour, the problem is I'm still lifting my foot and coming back down. And so if maybe you carry a little bit of excess weight and you've got joint problems, this might not feel too good, especially if you have any issues with your feet or knee. Last but not least, one thing that people enjoy doing is a good old step mill. And this is where you're actually lifting your foot off of the step, and the step continues to move over and over. Generally, this is a more challenging, more difficult type of cardio. If you are having any kind of joint pain, this probably is the last one on your list. This is definitely a little bit more of a challenge, maybe a little bit more of an intermediate. If you put it on level 1 and go kind of slow, you might be able to tolerate it for a while. But eventually you're probably going to start huffing and puffing. It's okay if you want to vary your cardiovascular machine. So if you wanted to spend 2 or 3 minutes at one station, move to another station and actually get a different type of stimulus, total that for 20 to 30 minutes, that's a fantastic way to kind of mix things up and keep things a little bit more exciting. And that way it allows you to try several different kinds to see which ones you prefer. So hopefully that was helpful for you. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or even email Casey Sargent at Modoma.com. He is our fitness manager and guru to the programs. If you want to know anything, Casey's the man to ask. Casey, turn that phone around and say hi.
Hi.
That was Casey. So anyway, friendliest guy in the world, and he can't wait to help you guys get connected to a good, healthy program. And again, our Willpower program is all about merging your lifestyle with a good approach to nutrition as well as activity, be it stretching, fitness, resistance training, anything that we feel like can be great help to you. So if you're interested in finding more about that, you can certainly contact any of the Modoma locations, but ask for Casey. Casey kind of goes around sometimes at our Frisco location, sometimes here at the Dallas location where we have the gym, but they can definitely direct you to his phone number. So again, Casey Sargent, SERGENT at Modoma.com. Have a fantastic rest of the week.